So good day everyone. Today I will discuss the student T distribution or the T distribution. So before we begin, here is the simple definition. So the student T distribution is a probability curve used when our sample size is small, the population standard deviation is unknown, and it looks like the normal distribution, but as heavenly tells means extreme values are more likely. So let's begin. So what is the T distribution? So the student T distribution is a curve that looks very similar to the normal distribution. But also it has fatter tails. So this means extreme values are more likely to occur compared to the normal curve. And it was created by a man, William Gossett, who used the pen name students. So the T distribution uses something called degrees of freedom. Or in short, DF. So, for most cases in statistics, the degrees of freedom have a equation or a formula. So, the formula for degrees of freedom is df equals to n minus 1. So if you have sample of 5 observation, you have degrees of freedom of 4. So if you have 10 observation of degrees of freedom, so it have a 9. So the degrees of freedom affect the shape of the T distribution. And when the degrees of freedom are small, so the curve is wider and has heavier tails. And when the degrees of freedom are large, and the curves start to look almost exactly like the normal distribution. So next is when we use the T distribution. So wait, so we use the T distribution mainly in 3 situations. So first, when our sample size is small and usually less than 30. Then when we do not know the population standard deviation. And next is when our data comes from roughly normal population. So the T distribution is used in many common statistical procedures such as t-test, next is confidence interval, and lastly is comparing two means. So the main idea is that T distribution help us handle the extra uncertainty that comes from small samples. So next is the main formula of the t-statistic. So the most important formula we use with the t-distribution is the formula of the t-statistic. So it is written like t equals x bar minus mu naught divided by s over the square root of n. So now let me explain what each part means. So the x bar is the sample mean. So x bar is the sample mean. Then next is the mu naught. So it claims or the hypothesis population mean. So next is the S. So S is the sample standard deviation. And lastly, the N is the sample size. So the bottom part of the formula, S divided by the square root of N, is called the standard error. So this tells us how much the sample means tend to vary from sample to sample. So, and the whole formula tells us how far our sample mean is from the claimed mean measured in units of standard error. So next is the example of graph of t-distribution versus the normal distribution. And how the effect of degrees of freedom. So let's start to draw the graph. So this part is the density and this part is the values. So let's start to draw the t distribution. And next, let's draw the normal distribution. So this is the normal distribution graph. So if we look at the graph of the t distribution, so we can see that it looks similar to the normal curve but with heavier tails. This simply means that when we have small samples, there is more uncertainty, and the t distribution reflects that by spreading out more. As the degrees of freedom increase, meaning as our sample size grow, the t-distribution becomes narrower and eventually becomes almost identical to the normal distribution. So that's it. Let's proceed to the next. So, for the example problem, wait. So, for the example problem, so now let's do one simple example to see how everything works together. So we have 19, 22, 20, 18, and 21. So we can test if the true means is different from 20. So 20 mu naught. So we have a 5-step to solve this problem. So steps. So step 1 is how to find the sample mean, and next is how to find the sample standard deviation. And next, how to compute the t-statistic. And next is how the degrees of freedom, or it's become degrees freedom of equals 4. And lastly, to compare the critical value. So that's it. Let's start to solve the problem. So excuse me. So first step, we find the sample mean. So we have 19, 22, 20, 18, and 21. So let's add this 5 mean. So we have 19 plus 21 plus 20 plus 18 plus 21. So let's calculate using scientific calculator. So 19 plus 22 plus 20 plus 18 plus 21 is equals to 100. So then we divide it by 5 because our mean or our sample mean is 5. So then we divide by 5. So we just divide the 100 by 5, so equals 20. So our sample mean or our x bar is 20. So it's right. So x bar is equals to 20. So this is the first sample mean. So the first step is done. So let's start in the second step. So let's find the sample standard deviation. So we find the square difference from the mean, or we just calculate the square differences. So let's just add up the 1 plus 4 plus 0 plus 4 plus 1, so equals 10. So this is from the graph, so we can just add 4 1 0 1 4. So that's it. So next we use the s squared equals 10 divided by n minus 1. So it equals 10 over 4. So s squared is equals to 2.5. So now the standard deviation is the square root of 2.5. So which is the standard deviation is 1.58. So that is how to find the standard deviation. Then next step is how to compute the t-statistic. So step 3 is, so t equals 20 minus 20 over 1.58 divided by square root of 5. So since the top part is 0, so the whole t value becomes 0. So we just write, so the numerator is 0, so the t values is equals to 0. So that's it. That is how to compute the t statistic. So let's proceed to df equals 4. So for the step 4, for the degrees of freedom, so it just df equals to n minus 1. So 5 minus 1 is equals just 4, which is the 5 is the mean values. So that's it. So next is the step 5. So we now compute our t values to the critical values. So we have df equals 4 and have alpha of 0.05, that significance level in a two-tailed test, and the critical values are plus and minus to 2.766. So since the absolute values is 0, is less than 2.776, so we do not reject the hypothesis. So that's all for the student T distribution. Thank you.